guys, it's me, Giovanni, and of course, my screen recorder app ended up, just, I'm just already getting sick of tired of this. So, story of Security Breach, the characters, William Afton and the Mimic. Let's go. So, as you might know the story of the original Security Breach, let me refresh you. Gregory is a homeless orphan child who sneaked into the Pizzaplex when it was opened. He befriended a girl named Cassie when nobody showed up at her birthday party. He comforted her and they quickly became friends. Anyways, when the glam rock show ended, when the glam rock animatronic performance ended due to glam rock Freddy's malfunction, Gregory manages to hide in glam rock Freddy's chest cavity from security. Glam rock Freddy and Gregory quickly befriend each other, and Glam rock Freddy helps Gregory try to leave the Pizzaplex and avoid the security. However, they quickly realize that someone by the name of Vanny is trying to kill him. It's unknown. Glam rock Freddy and Gregory don't know why Vanny is trying to kill him, but they quickly realize something else. The other animatronics have gone rogue. They're quickly withering. It's all a mess. In the burn trap ending, they know who's doing this burn trap: the resurrected soul of William Afton. Even though Gregory and Glam rock Freddy didn't know about William Afton. They quickly defeat him by burning him once again. Pizzaplex collapses in ruins. Burn trap is quickly consumed by the blob, either killed / strangled or taken back to hell. But now it's certainly possible that Burn trap died by being strangled by the blob and crushed due to the debris of the Pizzaplex collapsing. And in the Princess Quest ending, Gregory manages to beat all the Princess Quest games in the arcade machines and free Vanessa from her Vanny persona. He, Vanessa, and Glam rock Freddy's spare prototype head escape the Pizzaplex in the morning. However, Vanessa and Gregory return to the Pizzaplex to keep the mimic that they might have heard of hidden by using an entity glitch rabbit to trap the mimic into a digital prison while the endoskeleton is still stuck Vanessa and Gregory pretty much hack into the security system and release a glitch that occurred, manifesting into a glitch rabbit / entity, logging the mimic in a digital prison. Meanwhile, the physical endoskeleton of the mimic was still trapped in a sealed concrete room, to put it politely. Now, the origin of the mimic. The mimic endoskeleton was built by a man named Edwin Murray in the 1980s for his 4-year-old son David. I'm not going to get into the details of the story of Edwin and his son David, but you can pretty much watch any other thing to know about the origin of the mimic. So, yeah. After David dies, Edwin becomes grieved and frustrated due to the loss of his son. He takes out his anger and agony on the mimic, causing the mimic to snap and and changed due to the agony that consumed Edwin, with the mimic mimicking the agony and violent behavior that Edwin had, killing anyone that the mimic seems to put the agony onto them, I guess, or what I would say. The mimic AI software managed to get into Fnaf VR, which also applied to William Afton, the serial killer in the Fnaf series. I'm guessing he must have known the mimic right away because he found a way to escape his personal hell, and possibly later to resurrect himself via mimic's help, with his circuit boards within Springtrap to get into Fnaf VR, and with the mimic's help, create a digital avatar, a recreation of William Afton known as Glitchtrap, within a Spring Bonnie suit, and mimicking William Afton behavior within his crimes. With Mimic knowing about the story within Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Later on, they managed to manipulate Vanessa into resurrecting William Afton later on. However, with William Afton resurrected as Springtrap, or basically a mimic version of himself, that resurrection is quickly short-lived, with Springtrap possibly dying at the hands of the blob and being crushed by the debris of the Pizzaplex collapsing. No longer able to hurt anyone again physically in the real world, and his first form being still trapped in hell. Now, do I know that? Well.
From caring for your skin to caring for the Earth's, discover Dove's partnership with Rimba to protect forests.
Sparkly feather ruffles. Oh, it's barbecue
I
time.
hate these ads so much.
A little twisted. Springtrap is a character that is obviously meant for a reason. That reason possibly being that Springtrap is its primal and main form that it uses. And speaking of the encyclopedia, by the way, Springtrap not mimic Elizabeth. And although I disagree with him, even
So possibly, mimicking was probably a thing early on in the FNAF series, with Vanessa mimicking the story of Elizabeth Afton, with Glitchtrap's control and William's manipulation with the mimic assistance.
if the theories about there being a robot
And the VR game mimicking the original animatronics from the series. Well, the characters within the VR game mimicking the originals. So yeah.
crime child, robot Elizabeth X.
I do not believe or subscribe to the robot kit theory. It's ridiculous. Especially when that first theory was a thing because of Gregory. For God's sake.
Are true, then that further the upcoming book, including with those stories of how Afton's actual organs and suit get mixed with a mimic endoskeleton.
Yes, that was one point I wanted to say. With Springtrap becoming a mimic version of himself, with William Afton being resurrected and his skeletal remains in the remaining pieces of the Springtrap suit. So, or Spring Bonnie suit to be correct. So, yeah, maybe.
Which the character encyclopedia does seem to be hinting at, which those parts do seem to be incorporated for a reason. That reason possibly being that Springtrap is its primal and main form that it uses. And speaking of the encyclopedia, by the way, the upcoming reveal that it's instead going to be called the Mimic. I say that because names like Glitchtrap are actually fan names, created this specific fan name not being adopted, even though the book is planned. So it seems like Mimic is the true name of our new Afton. Mimic's endoskeleton has its origin told in the books, and while we already know that the organs and suit come from William's true body, the how will hopefully...
we probably don't know. We probably do not want to know why or how. Mostly because Springtrap is mostly William Afton, to be fair.
Can you explain that too? And if this theory is correct, then finally William is actually dead for once. And Henry...
Yep. William Afton is actually dead. Well, his three forms. His first form being trapped in hell. His second form being Glitchtrap, the digital recreation of himself via assistance from the Mimic in Fnaf VR, and the influence in Security Breach, and with William Afton being resurrected as Springtrap, possibly a mimic version, well, mostly a mimic version of himself, but quickly killed off. Well, mostly, yes. William Afton is dead, and I'm happy about it. But at the same time, a little disappointed. But then again, I'm not upset about it because, well, William Afton is a really cruel person, and he deserves to die. He pretty much won't leave anyone alone. He is just a jerk, a narcissistic jerk.
Speech actually...
Sorry about that. But yeah, well, my guess is that William Afton has three forms. His normal form, being trapped in hell, either, especially, and that's including the Spring Bonnie counterparts. No, William Afton, just William Afton. His second form being Glitchtrap, a digital recreation of himself with the help from the Mimic, and in Fnaf VR, and a little reference in Security Breach and the DLC. And his third form being Springtrap into the physical world and killed off. So yeah, William Afton is mostly dead now, with Glitchtrap still remaining a mystery. Well, technically not. With FNAF Help 1 and 2 coming out, it's possible that Cassie's father will be the protagonist, and Glitchtrap might manipulate Cassie's father into doing his bidding, just like Vanessa did. Or maybe Glitchtrap via Mimic is just taunting, being a taunt, and just I don't know, we'll find out. I've tried to really get into the story and correct it, but my brain just loses itself. Problems. But yeah, I would mostly say that William Afton is dead. He's trapped in hell for eternity. He'll never come back. Unless he'll try again. No, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't. But would he? No. Oh, and the Mimic, of course, is not Springtrap or William Afton. Springtrap and the Mimic are different endoskeletons, but Mimic's endoskeleton ended up influencing the other endoskeletons that the Pizzaplex made, mimicking the behavior of people and entertainers. So yeah, the Mimic might have been a recurring theme earlier on in the series, especially in the books, where it wasn't the first time that William Afton try to do something that involved the Mimic, I think. Yeah, maybe I'm just not. I'm sorry that this has been a little stupid, but for now, I'm just gonna end it here. I don't care about the other